Alright, hello everyone and welcome to today's vlog. Today we're going to be interviewing the brainchild behind WeBuyBlack.com, Shareef. So Shareef, can you tell us first of all a little bit about your background, what was your upbringing, and what came about the idea of We Buy Black?
Excellent. Okay, so I'm from Washington, D.C.
Okay.
That's where my family is from. I was born and raised there. I attended private school most of my life. Okay. Pretty much all of my life. Even Howard is considered private school, right? Mm-hmm. Muslim private school is my background. Two-parent household. So, you know, I come from a large family. Okay. You know, I got a lot of siblings. Okay. And yeah, so I mean.
Okay, and then so were you in Howard when the idea of We Buy Black came around? What happened?
I think it was right after I left Howard. I was in New York and I had a lot of time to think up there. Okay. So I was in New York because my wife was finishing her education at Bar College in New York, upstate New York. And while she was doing that, I was a painter. So I was, you know, in people's homes, like painting the walls, and I was also doing like drywall, sheetrock. So while I was there, I thought about it, I said, well, you know, I think, you know, it's always something that's been on my mind, like create a marketplace, but now I had the time to actually investigate it, figure out exactly how it should be done. Okay. You know, so I built the first website, and you know, for We Buy Black, but then obviously as we moved on, I built the first website off of WordPress, and now we're like on a whole different platform. So.
Okay, cool. So for those that don't know, We Buy Black is an online marketplace. So if you are looking for a Black-owned dress company, you can search dresses, clothing. They have everything from toothbrushes to laundry detergent. Everything that you're looking for is on there, and it's open for the public. So they are accepting new people to sign up and create a store and go from there. So that's a very convenient and needed thing that is in the industry. So for We Buy Black, they've been around for about 2 years.
Going on 2 years in June.
2 years in June.
Juneteenth.
Okay, so Juneteenth is their day. So everything is kind of very strategic over here, and we love talking about Shareef. So I want to also highlight him as an individual. So WeBuyBlack.com is something amazing. Everybody should do it, but he is becoming a serial entrepreneur. So first of all, he started with a painting company, and that is where he got his all the kinks out of running in a full business. But then there's We Buy Black, and that comes in an interesting perspective because he's dealing with customers and then he's dealing with vendors. But recently, as of last month, he has released a Black-owned toothbrush company called Coral Oral.
That's right. So she's definitely right. So I sort of consider myself serial entrepreneur. When I was 12 years old, I promised my parents that they don't have to buy me anything.
Oh, wow.
I mean like any clothing or anything like that, you know. But, you know, when I was that young, I was really frustrated because a lot of the clothes that I received was coming down, you know, sort of like the line of, you know, my older brother, you know, and by the time it gets to me, it's like, right, so I was tired of being like, you know, teased and everything about, you know, the clothes that I wore. So I told him, I was like, you know, don't worry about it anymore. I'll figure it out. So my father set me up with like oils. An oil stand, okay, like fragrance. Yeah. So I would sell that pretty much everywhere I went, you know, and I did really well. I mean, I remember some $500 days, you know, I remember that, and I'm like 12, 13 years old. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, the business was really good. You know, I was saving my money. I wasn't really like spending it. When I first started off, I really wanted to, it's almost like most Black people's like, when you don't have it, right, you go all out. Right. So I was like buying all the little fitted caps and all the nice shoes and everything. Right, styling. So when I got over there, I got over that phase, you know, quite early. I think probably when I was like 15, I was like, I'm kind of done with it. Then I learned about drop shipping, and I started drop shipping on Amazon. Mm-hmm. I was 15. I was doing about $5,000 a month at that time, and I was pretty much coming home every day to like $200 days or something like that. I was running a personal protection and safety company with my nephew, who's older than me. Right. big fan.
Gotcha,
Right?
gotcha.
So thereafter, I got into like the arts. So I started painting. This didn't last that long, but I sold my first painting for $1,400.
Okay.
It was the very first painting I ever did. Actually, the person who wanted to buy it, they said that they were going to buy it for $3,500. But I told them that the price was $1,400, and when they flipped their card over, it said $35. So that's how much they were willing to buy it for. And she was a collector at the National Gallery of Art in DC. So after I painted a few pictures, people loved them. They wanted me to do something big with it. So I just figured that I'd just make a greeting card company.
Oh.
So I started selling greeting cards, and that went really well for the time it did. I think I sort of got over it. I lost my creativity, I think, when my wife told me she was pregnant. And that was my sophomore year at Howard. And it's not like a bad thing. I didn't like lose my creativity like in a bad way. It was just that knowing that I had a child coming, I really wanted to do something more, I guess more rough.
Okay.
Rough. I felt like I had to really get it.
Got
and
it.
Painting, when I painted, I was relaxed like this, had some Sade playing, incense burning, and and I was really feeling really like Renaissance, and
That's interesting.
So, but I soon as that happened, I got out of my clothes, and I really wanted to figure out something else. So, I come from a line of painters in my family, and construction workers in my family. So I got into painting, started a painting company in 2012 or 13, and that went really well. We've done years of over $250,000, etc. And I was really excited about it because it was something that I really loved to do. I think mainly because it was something that my father was doing, and it's something I saw during my life. But this is the first time I actually ever charged somebody to get in there and paint, and I became really, really good at it. So much so when I moved up to New York, I was knocking out all the competition that was up there in that area.
Cool.
So we branched the company DC to New York. The company is still operating in DC. It's called Peppermint Painting LLC in DC. So got into painting. I was an insurance agent before I was a painter. So as I was doing the paintings and everything like that type of painting, artistic painting, I also was an insurance agent, so registered insurance agent in DC. So I was 18, 19 years old, and I was going around and meeting with clients and signing them up for insurance. So it was a lot of different things that I've been doing. I could go all the way down the list. I'm just throwing out.
So you're just throwing out that he's not new to this. He's true
she said,
to this.
I'm not becoming. I've been a serial entrepreneur, in my opinion, and I think that now I'm a little bit more aggressive with it. I have a vision in mind of what I want to see, not just for myself and my family, but for our collective community. I think that's what drives me.
Right.
I think every day I wake up, I don't think about what I'm going to make for myself or what I'm going to make for my family. I think about what I'm going to make for my whole community. Right. That's my drive in the morning. It's like, how many people can we feed today? And that's what pushes me to do the things that I do. So. Okay.
Well, that was awesome. So I learned so much, and I've been working with him since October. So this was an awesome interview. What do you say to the people that are wanting to start something and they don't exactly know what to do? And what about those kids that are like, man, I want to start selling oil or something like that. Like, what do I do if my parents weren't part of that entrepreneurship level? Because I feel like, especially now, there's a little bit of a generational divide. Some people are pushing the one dream, go to school, get a good job with good benefits, and us millennials are like, well, we kind of will do that, but we also want to, start something on our own. What do you say to those people?
I think it's sort of cliche to even tell people do the thing that you love to do. We hear that all the time, but that's very important. I think that sometimes, it's not always about do the thing that you love to do. I think that it's more about, do the things that you have to do so that you can do the things you love to do, right?
Got it. I love that. Do the things you have to do so you can do things you love to do. That's a tweetable moment.
Oh, okay, tweet that. But it's almost like a vegetable, you know. Not everybody loves vegetables. You
Yeah.
know, vegetables aren't really always that tasty, but they're healthy for you. You know, so some of the things that you may not like in the world may be the best things for you, and some things that you may actually love in the world tend to be the worst things for you. So it's sort of like that in business too. It's sort of like that in grooming yourself for business. I don't like to, you know, sit down and you know, listen to like lectures from people.
Right.
Not in person. I don't. It's not like a big thing for me. But I can listen to them on YouTube and be like, I love this guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But when I'm in person, I'm like, come on, get it over with.
Yeah.
You know? And so I don't know why that is. Somebody else who studies psychology probably could tell me a little bit about myself. Right? But that's a thing, you know. But my point is that I think that the advice that I would give to anybody, something that I'm really practicing myself, it was advice that was given to me, but it's to have faith in God, work hard, live a simple life, and think high. Don't think small. So that's a formula that I anything I'm ready to do, I've got faith in God, I'm not afraid to do it, I'm ready to go. It's a done deal. Then I got that out the way, and then I have to work hard. I can't just have faith in God. You know, you have faith in God all you want. If you don't work hard, you know, you're gonna rot in the corner. Live a simple life. You could have faith in God, you could work hard, but then next thing you know, everything that you don't work for, you blew it on a Lamborghini, like a lot of people we know too, right? So live a simple life, you know. Don't, you know, just take care of yourself and whatever you know, make sure everybody else is taken care of, and think high. You know, I think part of the small part, the major part of the reason why we don't see more successful people in the world is that they have those three components, and when you have those three components, you're satisfied with just having the nice home, the nice wife, the nice child. But then that's all you ask for, and that's all you're going to get. You know, that's all you work for, that's all you're going to get. But now it's about, I want to go to the moon. I want to create something on the moon that helps everybody on Earth, right? So, I mean, that's not my vision, but I'm just saying that it's big.
Nice way to talk.
Right, it's something that's big. And for most of us in the African American community, the Black community, period, you know, I think it's very important to start telling yourself that, to start dreaming very big early. Because
what do you need what are you looking for the community? I definitely want you to touch on the give back to the businesses thing that you have going on. So tell us, what's that about? How is it the brainchild? And how can people looking get involved? How can they donate, or how can they share? What do you want them to do about that?
I think that majority of the good that's going to come in the world is not necessarily going to come from one person. I think that's a model that we've been seeing. But I think that if that one person can, or that group of people can help the world or their community see the good that they can produce together, then I think that change can happen much more effectively and quicker. So one of the things that we're working on here at We Buy Black is to help this void in the Black community. It's hard to get, you know, loans from the bank, and then when you get these loans, they're like, you know, ridiculous interest rates, and you know, it just makes it really hard. And once you actually get the loan, then the people that you thought that were going to support you don't even support you. So then you're kind of sort of screwed. So what we want to do is sort of create a new culture around buying Black, and whatever it is. I mean, it doesn't matter whether it's your shoes, your jeans, your coat, your whatever it is. You know, your laundry detergent, your toothbrush, your toilet paper. All of these things, whatever it is, your watch, like this is Black on the watch, but whatever it is, we want to, you know, buy Black. We want to start showing that we really support each other, you know, and with that, you know, once we understand that, okay, if we're going to fully support each other, then you're really telling me that whatever venture I get into, you know, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to be successful because I know my community is going to support me. We built this culture in America to support each other and not tear down each other. Right now, you know, you see people walking around with these big old Chanel belts. They pay $750 for, and yet their mother and their daughters and then everybody's starving.
Right.
So, you know, that's a problem with self-hate. So what we want to do is say, hey, no, don't spend $750 on that. Take $750, start your own business, start your own belt company, and then make sure your mother, your daughter, your everybody else in your household eats forever. right? And it may give you, the means to actually produce another business or help somebody do something. So, that being said, producing this venture of
Business Ambush,
the Black Business Ambush, is where we as a community visit a black business and we go in and patronize that company and buy their product and or what have you. But then we also, as a national and even global community, we put towards $5 to $10 to $20 a month that we want to donate to that business once we select the business who we want to reach. So we've completed our first Black Business Ambush, and we gifted the business $1,000. And then, many people came out to support that business, and it was a big success. We're now headed to, this Saturday, we're going to target our second Black-owned business. And, hopefully the proceeds are even more than that. So, that's pretty much whatever we raise is whatever we give.
Right.
We try to make everything transparent that, and we try to get other organizations in the Buy Black movement to be a part of that.
And how do people donate if they want to? What's the web page?
So they will go to webuyBlack.com/community.
Okay.
/community.
Yep. And then there's options that you can do. So there's a $5,
$10, and $20.
and $20 donation. So again, we're just looking for, hey, you see this video, you came across it, and you were like, I want to get involved, I want to do something. You can do that. Or there are lots of businesses that you can find on We Buy Black, and the price range is from a bar of soap to some really high quality businesses. So I'm excited. So you guys check out WeBuyBlack.com. Let me know what you think about the store. Let me know if there's any vendors that you already use or vendors that you found and stumbled upon and thought it was a great idea. I love the concept of community, and I love the concept of making it easy. In this generation where we like instant gratification, he has done just that. He has brought that to you. No more searching, no more I can't find any good Black businesses. Here you're able to look at the reviews, look at the ratings, look at the products, and decide what is best for you. So thank you for tuning. Make sure that you like and subscribe, and head on over to We Buy Black's YouTube page as well, and make sure that you like and subscribe and follow them too. All right, until next time, this is Danielle with Average Black Girl. Bye.